Hello everyone. Today I'm going to tell you that how to access the console on Palo Alto Firewall. So very first I have a Palo Alto 220. You can see there's a like 220 hardware. I can show you that how does it have a look and feel. So this is the front of the Palo Alto 220. You can see it written here, the Palo Alto 220, and we have the different port numbers available. And at the back we have the power point. So we have two powers, power 1 and power 2 available. We do also have some serial numbers and all that mentioned here. And now I'm going to tell you that how to access the console. So here you can see that there's 2 points are there for the console. One of them, like you can say, the RJ45 type of connector. So that will basically a serial console that you have to connect to your laptop. Another one you have for the like mini USB that we can see. So in the mini USB we can connect the cable and that will make that on, but before that we have to connect the power on this device. So connecting the power, we have the 2 power points, power 1 and power 2. So what I'm going to do, I am going to connect the power on the power 1. So I have the power cable with me. You can see that's how the adapter that having the ports, you can see. Okay, that's how it looks like. And by chance we are lucky that it is taking the 220 power supply. Okay, so directly we can give it a socket. You can see it here that I have given it, taken it from there, power supply, and directly that's I'm going to pin it here. So that I will pick it like this. Here we go, and that's what I'm going to pin that on its back end. So power 1, you can see that lights is on here, and same thing you can see it here on the front end side, the power is on. So we have the different type of light. So it will take around like 10 to 15 minutes to boot up, so we'll wait for that one. I'm going to skip that part, and later on once the more lights are visible, then I will connect a cable on the console, and you can see that how we look like on the laptop. Okay, so okay, lights are on now. You can see that we have 3 lights on, the status, temperature and power. So like my device is totally fully operational now. I should be able to access the console. So in fact I can also view that how it is loading up. I would have like connected the console before as well, so not a problem. Now if I connect the cable, you can see that this is a micro USB cable. I think I was said it before the mini USB, but this is basically micro USB. And now I connect it here on the device. I will put it here, and now back to my laptop. So I will put my laptop just above. You can see that now it is connected to my device, and I will just put my laptop here. All right, so now let's see on the, let me switch the laptop window and leave that one, and then we will like better I can share my screen. All right, so let's see now that how you can access the CLI, or basically the console of the Palo Alto Firewall here. So the important part is like you can very first go to this page. So this is from the Palo Alto. These are the basic steps that you have to follow in case you access the console. So very first it is saying that the download the microchip driver for the Windows. So in case you have the Windows 10, you don't have to do anything. You are well and good. But in case you have any other type of laptop, then you might need to install this driver. So you can click it here. It will download it for you. Sometimes it gives an error that, okay, this is harmful. So you may need to be careful and you keep that file. Sometimes, Windows delete it automatically. So install it, trust the Palo Alto website that they have given. That's not harmful. This is not the I'm giving you any software or anybody else is giving. This is from the Palo Alto, so obviously we have to trust it. And next thing is that connect the Microsoft USB cable from your Windows computer. So Yeah, here, that's fine. Connect the Microsoft USB cable from your Windows computer to the micro USB console port on the firewall. Okay, and then you have to give the these are like how to check the control panel and select the device and printers. You don't have to do that thing. Basically, this is how to know the console port, the COM port of the serial number. Okay, so this is I'm talking about here. You can see that if I go to the device manager, so this is the device manager. In case you're not able to open, you can search from the start button. And if you open it here, you can see that there's different things here. Okay, so a lot of input and outputs, your drivers and all. My port is here, COM and LPDs, USB serial port, COM4. So if I disconnect my um, cable or the firewall from here, this port will be gone. So if I disconnect, you can see that I have disconnected and this COM port has gone. I don't see any ports anymore. But if I connect it back here, you can see that my COM port is visible. So this is the COM, and that's how my firewall is connected via the COM4 port. Now I need to connect it through any of the software installed on my laptop. So either you can use PuTTY, very common, or you can use some secure CRT or something. So if I put it here, that's how my PuTTY is visible. Okay. So now I go to the serial. So for the console, you must go to the serial one. So here I select the serial. Okay. And you don't have to change speed and all, anything is by default. Only thing here you have to put the COM4. This is same like here whatever you have here in the USB serial port, COM4. So if I put the COM4 and just click on open. Once you click open, command prompt open like this. Don't wait like this. Okay, once whenever I was doing, I waited around I think 20 to 30 minutes. I did not hit any key, and I thought that login prompt will come automatically, but it did not. And finally I hit enter. So once I hit enter, it comes like this. Okay, so it means that I'm already showing as a already logged in, but in case you are logging the first time, it will ask you the credentials to enter it. So if I exit it here from like this, okay, so that's how basically it will show you the PA220 login. So you have to enter your credentials, admin, and default credentials are admin. So you have to enter those. And in case you have just started your firewall, let me make it a size a little bit larger so that you can view it clearly. Okay, cool. So in case you have just started your firewall, it takes time. Some background processes are always running, and it takes time to accept your credentials. Even if you are entering the correct credentials, admin, it doesn't accept because it just started, and some background processes are running. Okay, so be patient, and like if you have already worked on the firewall, you already know it that this is a very common process, and it like happens for every firewall. Okay, it takes time, but just wait only in case somebody has not changed the credential. Like you are putting it in admin, somebody has put something else, they have already changed it, and you're thinking that okay, no, these are the admins, then they are not going to work. Okay, so these are the default ones. If nobody has changed it, then only these are admin are going to work. So if like you have around 30 minutes you have spent or 1 hour you have spent, and even then your admin are not working, it means that somebody must have changed the credentials. Don't wait more than that. Okay, so just like 10 to 20 minutes are normal. After 30 minutes, no, not normal. And after 1 hour, impossible. It will take whatever the credentials it will have, it will take those. So now here you can see that I can access almost everything. So system, so device info, you can see. Okay. So now it will tell the details about your device. Okay. Nothing about here. So let's say the status. Okay, that was a certificate info. Okay, certificate. Okay, that doesn't have basically. So system may work. System doesn't take. Okay, yeah, it takes. So system, and now if I say the info. So if I say the source system info, it will tell you that all the basic information. So this is the management IP that I'm talking about. It is the default IP 192.168.1.1. That's like by default. And other things you can see it here clearly of the firewall. All right. So that was about this session. This session was just about how you can access the console. So I'm happy that you can access it from now. In upcoming sessions, I'm going to tell you that how to access the GUI. Obviously, you can use this default IP, or I will change it to some other else, and then I will access through my laptop. So one more thing, I can tell you that I'm running the some Palo Alto live classes as well. You can take sessions from there. Okay, in case you have a query or you want to join the live sessions, you can reach me there. Okay, important part that I'm going to tell you about, that you can join some of my live sessions free of cost. So they're not like available for like every time. They are for the very specific time they are available. At this link I will give it to you on the description. You can register it here. So these are the free sessions. You have to just enter your name and credentials and all. Okay, and then you can register it here. Once you register, you can see that information here under the workshop sections. So that I can show you here. So it will show once you log in this page, learn.cpmsecurity.com, it will be visible. So this information is already provided here whenever you register it. And also once you register it, the information is visible there in that page. That okay, that I have given you, that how you can view your next workshop. So these are the free of cost. You can register and enjoy, meet me live on any of the sessions there. All right, so that's it from me. See you in the next session, and feel free to write in case if you have any query in the comment section. So I'll be reading your comments and replying you back as soon as I'm available. All right, guys, see you soon in the next video. Till that, bye bye.